The imperial consort was stunned to discover that drinking the young girl's blood made the animal fur spreading across her face disappear. Even more shocking, her youthful appearance returned almost instantly. What she didn't know was this: she herself was born a weasel demon, naturally incompatible with a palace maid from the Fox clan. If she committed 2 more grave sins, she would lose her humanity completely and become a half-human, half-monster abomination. In truth, the young palace maid was no ordinary servant. She was a Fox clan princess, and she entered the palace for one reason only: revenge. 10 years earlier, the imperial consort had lured a young girl into the palace to preserve her youth and monopolize the emperor's affection. She used the girl's life to nourish her own beauty. What she never realized was that the girl's older sister also belonged to the Weasel clan. Back then, the sister's mother had taken her in out of kindness. But among the Weasel clan, there is one absolute law: never harm one of your own kind. By breaking this rule, the imperial consort violated a divine taboo and was cursed. Recently, the fur on her body had been growing uncontrollably. She no longer dared appear before the emperor, and rumors began spreading throughout the palace. When she discovered that the girl's blood could suppress the curse, she immediately kept her close, forcing her to serve at her side day and night. She even threatened her. There must never be another abnormality. But everything was unfolding exactly as the girl had planned. To trigger true divine punishment, the consort had to be pushed into committing 2 more unforgivable sins. One day, the fur began growing again. The consort ordered the girl to offer her blood immediately. The girl deliberately lied, claiming she was a priestess who served the Fox clan. She warned that drinking too much of her blood would cause fatal backlash. However, the blood of the consort's personal attendant would have no side effects at all. Desperate to regain her beauty, the consort completely lost her sanity. That moment reminded the girl of her murdered sister. Years ago, it was this very attendant who had tortured her sister relentlessly. In one move, the girl avenged her sister and successfully led the consort into committing her second sin. But this method could only suppress the curse temporarily. The next day, the fur returned faster and thicker than before. This time, the girl proposed another solution. She suggested maintaining human form by draining the life energy of others. Once again, the consort took the bait and committed her third grave sin. After a single night, the consort foolishly believed the curse was finally gone for good. To eliminate all loose ends, she immediately ordered the girl thrown into the dungeon. What she didn't realize was that she had already sealed her fate. She had enraged the heavens, and now only 2 days remained before she would fully transform into a monster.